For the benefit of the bots, not for sale.
Hello and welcome to Bloke on the Range, and I'm out here on a random range in Finland with Mr. Les Winner of Pegasus Tests, and we thought we'd do a short little video regarding this thing. So the background is in the aftermath of Finnish Brutality 2025, which was shot in the winter, in which we had a lot of shooting through low ports with my legit L85A1 factory semi. I made a little short video because we had James Reeves of TFB TV and Giga Polainar of Polinar Tactical whinging about the sort of actually not too bad eye boxes on primary arms, modern primary arms optics. This is pre-modern optics. The official correct eye relief is with your brow against it.
Because there is no eye box.
Because there basically is no eye box. It is, yes, it is quite special and is a very pre-modern sort of optic. Now, when you're shooting a V-TAC Barricade, if you've got a red dot, it doesn't matter where you put your head because they have infinite eye relief, as long as you can see through the red dot, or even as long as you can get one eye looking through the red dot.
If you can see a dot, you can hit it,
yeah,
wherever that dot is.
One eye looking through an opening, the other eye looking through the dot, not necessarily the same eye, you can hit. I had to learn on the clock how to deal with this horrible eye relief and complete lack of eye box. And I had a comment that I screenshotted and sent to Les. Well, dude clearly doesn't know how to use the rifle. Sure, the L85 had its issues, so did the AR-15, many in fact. Both platforms went through 30 years of development after issue. If the guy had opted for the sitting position, he would have done better. I guess he did want a cold backside. I guess he meant didn't want a cold backside. That's a problem with his body, not his kit. The side laying position only used in Hollywood. If you that low, you either dug in or unable to fire back, and if you did, would compromise your position.
So obviously dude has never seen a V-TAC or shot one.
Yeah, and if he is British military of an earlier era before they did bring in a little bit of modern competition dynamic shooting into the program, yeah, he would never have seen anything like that, would never have come across this. You came up with a good thing about being on the side, shooting under through small things. It is Hollywood.
Yes, in the original North Hollywood shootout in 1996, the second assailant was taken down by shooting under the car, taking out his ankles and his knees until they could get into critical areas.
Yeah.
So you do shoot on your side.
So we thought with the two of us, we'd test this, just to have a bit of insight into the issues with V-TAC barricades in general. And these have become a standard thing. These are standardized, made to standard dimensions now. You see them all over the place in competitions because they're a great challenge. But in particular with this. Now, Les has the Ali and Kaufman AKB-23, the SA80 we have at home, but he will be suffering the OG for the purposes of this exercise. And we're both wearing PLCE, so we get a bit of that. At Finnish Brutality, I was wearing the Octis style issue chest rig, which was actually far better than this for this sort of thing, but we shall see. So what do we reckon? We'll start sitting and see how low we can go.
What ports can we get from, and then see if we can get to the ports that he said we should have got to.
Yeah, because some of these ports, they're at ground level, and with the 30 round mag in the bottom of this, the height between the sight line and the bottom of the magazine is massive. So, should we stop blathering and get uncomfortable?
Yes, absolutely.
Right, let's do this.
All right, the V-TAC Barricade came from Viking Tactics, hence V-TAC. The beautifulness of it, you can make this at home very easy with one sheet of plywood. You follow this pattern here, the board will be in half, and then you cut the holes at the precise positions that you have to. You have 9 holes. And if you do that with one sheet of plywood, you'll have 2 V-TAC barricades, and they test shooting at weird angles through firing ports, uncomfortable positions, and they force you down on your belly. So to shoot all 9 holes, you will be in a variety of uncomfortable positions regardless of your stature.
Okay, so some of the issues with the angles is that A, resting the muzzle will affect your point of impact. Now, you don't have to avoid this, you can just know how it's going to affect your point of impact. That's how we mostly do it. But also, you have to count the rifle to get it over, and then that also affects your point of impact because as you count the rifle right, the the point of impact drops off progressively like that. And once you've got the rifle fully on its side, either like that, yeah, or the other way round. Very, very difficult with this because I have to get my eye right up to it. You have to aim up and against the direction of turn. So if you turned it to the left, you have to aim like on the right hand edge or halfway to the right hand edge and up a bit, depending. We're at 25 meters here. I have a 50 meter zero with it set to 300. I will set to 500. This gives me a 25 meter zero. And I'm just going to take the flag out first. So the rifle is clear. So just lose the sling so we got full scope. So from these ports, this is easy. You can shoot like normal. Click. These ones, normal enough. These ones, okay. So there's an Australian technique with the Steyr AUG where they do this, I believe, more or less, something like that. That kind of works. And what I ended up doing on the clock, empty mag for the minute, at Finnish Brutality, was that.
Hold that position.
So what I'm doing is I'm holding the magazine in my right hand. I've got my left hand on the pistol grip, and I can get my eye up and I can get it in my shoulder. So I've got it under control. So that's the tricky thing with these, and I found that actually worked very well. We've got a piece of paper up there, target up there that's that we're going to shoot at. We're not worried about hits, we're just worried about getting through the ports. Now the three bottommost ports, this one's not too bad, except sight line, magazine line, and these are the OG A1 mags. I cannot take a normal look through that. I have to cant like that or like that, and to be honest, canting it to the right is far more comfortable. I can get at that. This one, all bets are off. I'm getting feedback in my electronic ear defense. I've got to turn them off. So here, if I've got to aim up much, I can't see so well. And the problem is here, I've got the cocking handle is going to hit my arm. So again, we're probably like that, or let's see, can we? Not very well. And this isn't such a hassle for getting the muzzle, it's getting the sight through it. So again, we're going to be, where's the target? We're going to be canting it. But you can see from how low this is, prone is the only option. Now there's also, I'm Mr. Unflexible, there is rollover prone, aka broke back prone, where you go down like this. And people who are more flexible than me can get really low down. They can get their head on the ground and things like that. What else is there that works? There's side prone, where you lie on your side. But again, this isn't going to work with the bullpup. So we've got two levels of extra difficulty here. We've got the sight, where you've got to get your eye. You can see through it from about here, at least well enough. It's very high over the ground, and then we've got the problem that it's a bullpup. So we've got stuff needs to be able to come out here. And sitting, again, I'm not flexible. Forget it. Oh God, it's almost like it's not even worth trying. So I reckon we both try it, starting from here, try and engage it sitting, then engage it how we would do it, and then just see what happens. That sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, let us secure the pouches. First it's buttons on trousers, then it's pouches on webbing, then it's hatches on submarines. Okay, range is now spicy and hot, so okay, that kind of works, but look at what I've had to do with the butt. It's all up on my arm. I mean, the rifle's kicking that way. So the way I was doing it before, learnt on the clock, actually, I've got way more control. Is it even worth trying to sit through this one? I'm just
Give it
not.
a try. Give it a try.
I'll give it a try for the purposes of the exercise. Let's see, can I make it work somehow? Woohoo! Oh. Ah. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ah. So if I'm squatting, so that works. Tilted to the right like that with the right hand, and then the that works as well. And then there's literally no point in trying to sit and. What sort of contortionism is that meant to be? Make sure the cocking handle. Make sure I do not get it in the way of the cocking handle. No. So the advantage of this technique is that I haven't got my hand in the way of the cocking handle. But then I can get down. Ah, where's the target? And that kind of works. And I'm reticent to try it. Well, I'm trying very hard to make sure that my wrist and my arm is away from that. That wasn't too bad, but this is fun stuff to learn on the clock. So, should we give Les a go at this, who does not have much? Do you have any trigger time on an L85?
I fan fired once with the Commandos back in the 80s.
Okay, so this is almost new. Right. Okay, we are slung up. Now release we'll do it by the book, so release the sling.
All right.
Okay, so in your left hand.
Oh, okay.
Load. You pressed it in, you absolutely sure it's locked. Okay, cock it. Forward assist with the butt of your hand, other hand. Naughty, they'll get on your case for that, Les. There we go. And then, yeah, start at the highest port you think is worth looking at.
All right, let's work our way through the ports here. All right, that was easy enough.
Yeah. Aim at the dark bit in the sand now, because having the target a bit higher up is always fun.
That is no big deal.
This shouldn't be a big deal either.
No problem there, but I'm at the right stature. That's the perfect hole for me.
Yeah.
Again, really no problem there. Now
this is where it gets spicy. Do you you want to do it sitting as the way it's apparently supposed to be
Apparently,
done?
yes, you're right.
Ooh.
Sitting. It worked, but let's try this other hole. I'm calling. There's no way I can safely fire though. No, it can't be done.
Try it the other way. Just see if you can angle it the other way around. But angle the rifle to the right. See if you can. See now, kneeling, you've got more.
Yeah, absolutely no problem that way.
Sitting with it turned to the right.
Try.
Whoa, up, muzzle up.
I'm going to say no,
Okay.
only because of the lack of eye box. Because there is no eye box on this, I cannot get my head up against the cup, so it's a no-go from this position.
You can't even get your eye close enough to see enough of the world.
I can see a little bit of the bottom of the berm, but where we're using as a target, no, I cannot get a rounds on target from this position sitting.
Okay.
And if to do these lower positions, I'll attempt this one.
Oh, you've been at the yoga, clearly.
Nope. Got to roll over.
Yep. Well, try
Cannot be
roll
done.
over prone or straight behind prone.
No different than any other rifle at that point. Mm-hmm. So yeah, the whole thing of sitting down for this, that's just not an option.
No.
That is straight qualification range stuff. Has nothing to do with the V-TAC.
Yeah. Do you want to try the tiny port?
No.
Not even lying
Oh,
down?
properly? Yeah, okay, yeah. Now that was surprisingly easier than you would have thought.
See, you're having an easier time of that than me. Oh, you're more flexible than me by miles.
No, even though there was this crappy small eye box, laying down on my side through that small hole was easier than sitting trying to get through this hole.
Huh.
So the sitting is not a thing on the V-TAC.
Yeah. Shall I just try that small one again, proper rollover prone? See if I can do better than I did before.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Unflexible with his Browning high power in the pouch there. Whoa. Where are we aiming at? Over there.
Brown spot above the white.
Yes. But I'm feeling... yeah. And the other thing with V-TACs and bullpups is you can sweep yourself. You have to be very careful to not get that hand in front of the muzzle if you're using it for support. But yeah, I think that's interesting. So I think that was a fun exercise, and I might have been ragging on a silly, not very well thought out comment, but I think we did learn some things from that.
Yeah. One of the things I think we learned is horrible is the eye relief is on that scope. It's doable. The V-TAC is doable with it.
Yep.
Yeah, you get more contorted positions, but price you pay.
You are much more limited. I mean, I find when I'm shooting with a conventional rifle with a red dot, you can do things like, if it's really tight on the target, you don't have to have the butt in your shoulder. You can put one hand there.
Yep.
Because you can hold back. You can have it well, I have had it against my chin.
Yeah.
Regretted that. But I could have done with my hand there. You've got far more leeway. As soon as you've got to get your eye right up against the, well, within a few inches of the thing, and every centimetre you come backwards, the world is closing in. It's like, what, 8 degrees when you got your eye up against it. It's probably about
Probably down to 2 at the
Yeah,
worst.
it's probably about 6 where I have my eye because I don't want to get bonked in the head every shot.
Yeah.
And just the extra constraints of you've got to worry about the cocking handle, you've got to worry about seeing through the damn thing, you've got to worry about how high it is over the ground. But yeah, I hope that's at least vaguely interesting and seeing all our various solutions for getting through the lower ports as inflexible middle-aged gentlemen.
Yeah, the thing of it is, it can be done in the normal way. The sitting thing is not going to work with the L85 or any other weapon system. No. Pick your Ruger 1022. It ain't going to work.
I mean, aside from the yoga contortionists who can literally have their butt on the floor and then have their elbows on the floor as if they're lying down.
And I don't think they could do it. I don't think they could do it.
We need to find some lady yogaist shooter who...
with flexibility privilege, yes.
Yes, definitely, and try that. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this kind of thing, please go and check out Les's channel.
Pegasus Test.
Pegasus Tests. Go and like and subscribe. Do you have Patreon?
I do not.
You should. If he's got Patreon by the time you see this, please go and throw him a few pennies.
Yeah, or super thanks will be appreciated too.
Yeah, and thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of thing, we have Patreon and Player, and there's also the History of Weapons and War app. Les is a subscriber.
Absolutely. You should be too.
Thank you. And yeah, so see you again sometime. Bye.
Bye.
There now follows a public service announcement from the Bloke Broadcasting Corporation.
Sorry for the interruption. Just want to remind you guys of the History of Weapons and War streaming service, where we have 10 different channels of historical, educational, small arms content with more than 6,000 videos, including exclusive and expanded content. Things including shooting.
That's all right. You ready for this?
Reloading.
The rim diameter. Now just
expert discussion.
I mean...
Oh, look at this! Deep dive information.
Which is effectively what it is.
Join today, get your first week free. Check it out.